Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation. We're back. It is the beginning of the 2026 season, and Defending the Boys is excited to come back to you. We have a group of brand new sponsors for this season. We have to try to get some of them locked in, and one of them is going to be Quantum Neuro Edge. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about kind of our AI predictions that we ran through. This was a pretty popular last year. So we asked AI, Quantum Neuro Edge specifically, the AI that they created for the NFL football season, which did a fairly decent job of selecting games last year. And I'm really curious to see with the upgrades how they're going to do this year. But Quantum Neuro Edge actually took all of the new moves that was done with free agency, with everything that was reported from the NFL Combine, and they created the new updated draft or mock draft. And we're getting ready to get into it. But we're going to get into it right now.
They are an accident waiting to happen. Stephen A, hush your mouth, talking all that noise. You can hate all you want, but we still them boys. Dirty, dirty D, Texas where we stay at. We decide in order till you know that's where we play at. Hey, this year, this the payback. Yeah, we them Cowboys, and now we don't play that. Work, this is Cowboy Nation. Work, welcome to Cowboy Nation. Work, y'all can keep on hate. Work.
Well, I am very excited. Again, we're back. We're talking about the current 2026 season. Obviously, you all know that we've made quite a bit of moves, just from the beginning of the, free agency, from obviously hiring new coaches. Somebody asked me the other day, like, how do you feel about where the Cowboys are right now? And let me just tell you something. I am not as disappointed as some of you guys are. I'm not as disappointed as you guys are about what the Dallas Cowboys are doing with the NFL free agency, right? I will step up real quick. This is DeSoto Eagles. You see this DE? That's DeSoto Eagles. I don't want nobody to get it twitted. This is Dallas Cowboys for life. This is Defending the Boys. But I do have a DeSoto Eagles hoodie on because I'm a very proud member of the DeSoto Eagles alumni. Class of 94, football season in 93, which is the beginning of a lot of what DeSoto has right now, but we'll get into that some other time. But this is a football powerhouse high school that I'm an alumni of, so I'm very proud to say that I bleed green and gold. But as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned, I'm not as upset as some of you guys are, because I feel like that we have talent. I think a lot of fans seem to only want to make decisions off of name rather than talent, and so they'll make stupid predictions based on, oh, this guy wasn't that productive last year and different things like that. But we're looking at pure talent in a scheme, understanding that Christian Parker has a specific scheme that he wants to run. Players have to be able to match the scheme. One of the problems with Osa Odigizua was that nobody believes that anybody, if you talk to anybody who knows football, he doesn't fit this scheme. Is he a good player? Absolutely. But does he fit this scheme? Well, if we can get a third round draft pick and free up a little bit of money and move him around, get him to a better situation, but gives us a better situation, I'm not upset with that. Do I think that maybe we should have been able to get a second for him? Okay, maybe, but I'm not upset with the third. That was clearly the best that they could have gotten, and still able to kind of make some moves for what they're trying to do. A lot of the moves that we thought they were going to have to do just in order to make some moves haven't even been done yet, and they still have, if I'm not mistaken, about $20 million in cap space just from the stuff that they've already done. And again, that does not include the restructuring of Dak Prescott or CeeDee Lamb, anything like that. So the Cowboys are doing just fine. They have, in my opinion, I feel like we have an edge, whether that's an outside linebacker edge, whatever you want to call it, who is better than what we had before for this scheme. I think that Clowney is good, but doesn't fit the scheme that we are currently getting ready to run the way that the new guy does. So I'm not upset there. I do feel like the Dallas Cowboys have a possible Pro Bowl safety now. And I know that there's injuries and we can talk about yada, 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 yada. But what I'm saying is there was injuries with Williams last year at running back when everybody looked at him. And I tried to tell you the exact same thing. The guy has talent. He has capabilities. He's had some years to recover from these injuries. And we expect him to do fairly decent. I think it's going to be the same thing here, even with the safety. And then as far as the cornerback room is concerned, I think that also was a great addition. And you can go into plenty of guys. I don't want to try to break down free agency, a week later, because I feel like that has been done. Everybody, Foots, Foch, Crown Global, Fish Sports, DallasCowboys.com. Pretty much everybody has talked about what they're doing and what they have done. I don't think it's over with. I still believe that they're going to continue to do a lot. I just want you to pay attention to good players, smart players, like what Christian Parker is saying that he wants to get to fit the scheme. And let's see if we can't get this defense to be 16 instead of 32. That's the goal. Like, that is legitimately the goal. I'm saying almost, maybe not. We took it down pretty deep into the season, probably there's 17 weeks. So we was probably in 13 or 14 before we were out of the playoff race with the worst defense in the league. Like, that's pretty incredible, just to be honest with you. We don't need to have the best defense in the league. We need a serviceable defense. And I think Christian Parker's scheme, I think what he is going to bring to the table, from what everybody else is saying, the smartness that he brings to the table, the scheme ends up winning you games. So we haven't had that in such a long time that fans don't know how to account for it, right? But to have a scheme that'll win you games, not necessarily the players when we're used to Micah Parsons or Trayvon Diggs or somebody like that with extreme capabilities, being able to go out and win a game for you. Deron Bland leading the league in pick sixes or something that is winning games for you. And that is talent winning games. And what I'm saying now is that we have to look into a situation where now the scheme, much like the Seattle Seahawks, the scheme ends up winning us games. So now that we're talking about schemes, we need to start to think about the actual draft and how that may change understanding the scheme now from when we first did our mock draft. So we went back to Quantum Neuro Edge and we asked them, based upon the new moves in free agency, based upon everything that's going on, how do you see the Dallas Cowboys drafting, right? And so in order to do that, obviously, we had to kind of go through who was going to be gone, right, before number 12 and before number 20. And we ended up getting a name that I thought was a reach. So our number 12 that I thought was a reach was CJ Allen. Now, I do not have a problem with CJ Allen. I do believe that CJ Allen is available at 20, right? But according to Quantum Neuro Edge, the Cowboys have done a decent job grabbing a safety, and a safety that has talent, a safety that can kind of play. In my opinion, you still need another safety, because it appears that, because I've seen a lot of people, like even when they're doing the draft, they're still putting Deron Bland at nickel. And I was listening to Vach, honestly, and I kind of have to agree with him based upon what he was saying. I'm not sure that our nickel is a nickel corner that way. I think it's a nickel player. And this is his thoughts. And I just happen to agree with him after listening and paying attention to everything that Christian Parker had to say. I don't think that nickel is a nickel corner that way. I think it's going to be somewhere closer to a nickel safety than a nickel corner. And with that being the case, I still believe that you need another safety. However, Quantum Neuro Edge feels like the one big thing that hasn't been able to be addressed so far in the offseason free agency is linebacker. And so the Cowboys would not basically take that chance of not getting the guy that they would want. They will go ahead and grab him at 12. I personally feel like there are a lot of great linebackers in this draft, quite a few of them, actually. And I feel like one of them is going to be available at 20, but I'm not upset with them go ahead and grabbing CJ Allen at 12. I don't think that there's anybody who has it picked like that, unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not sure. But I'm not upset with that decision to actually go in and grab CJ Allen at 12, understanding that, you know, maybe we're going to trade at 20 or whatever else that the case is. We got the linebacker that we needed. And so that was the reason that they did it. I will say this, in this mock draft, Mansour Delane, is that his name? I believe that's his name. He was not available. And I'll tell you where he went. Let me get it pulled up. One quick second. All right. So it appears that Mansour Delane went. See, Sonny Styles went to the Commanders at 7. Ruben Bain to the Saints. He went to the Chiefs at 9, is where he actually went. And Caleb Downs went to the Dolphins at 11. And so that left the Cowboys actually picking CJ Allen at 12. Again, CJ Allen is I've already done a video on him. I'm pretty sure everybody at this point has done a video on him. Please go back to my video if you want to hear what my commentary is about him. He's a very good linebacker, a great fit for what we need in the middle of our defense. He's a general smart player. Christian Parker always talks about needing smart players. I don't have an issue with this pick, even though it's a little bit early. Now, when I say I don't have an issue, I also understand that if you put this in PFF, they're going to consider it a reach. You're probably going to get up with a B or B minus if you take CJ Allen at 12 instead of 20. And then again, understanding that Christian Parker wants a certain type of player, just because we see someone with talent, he may not feel that they compete mentally with CJ Allen and his ability to be able to process. So again, I don't have a problem with that. At number 20, the Dallas Cowboys are taking Dylan Thieneman. So there's your safety. And we talked about the safety that ends up playing corner, end up playing nickel, different things like that. He has the speed, he has the coverage, he can tackle, he can do a lot of the things necessary for what I believe the Cowboys are going to be looking for in the nickel. Am I saying he's going to be the starter? I mean, maybe, possibly. I mean, I can't necessarily rule it out. But I'm just saying that I do believe that we're going to, if you were to grab a player like that, probably use him in that nickel aspect instead of necessarily a true up top safety. Because again, I feel like with Thompson that you have that safety already available. So that's pretty much all I got for you there. I just wanted to kind of let you guys know what Quantum Neuro Edge has for you guys. Just, an updated mock draft, let you know there is still some moves that's going to happen in free agency. And as those moves happen in free agency, we're going to keep you updated and we'll let you know kind of where we think the draft selection is going to go on that time. That's all I got for you. I am your boy D Will. This is Defending the Boys. I'm out.